Darklings, lightlings, everyone in between, and my hybrids. How are you today? Hope you're well. You better be well. Yeah. So today we have a tag created by Carla over on Carla Astrology. I will have her link in the description. Please go sub to her, show her some love. She's a newer channel, and we all love Carla, right? Yes, you've seen her in our sisterhood chats and over on Rochelle's channel. She's Rochelle's sister. For those who don't know, I'm sure a lot of you do. But this is called the Crazy Beliefs tag. And I really enjoyed her point of view on it. I do think it's a topic that isn't talked about, but definitely should be talked about in our community. I just want to put a little disclaimer. I have my own opinions about some people with mental illness, and maybe you will understand my opinions after you hear what I have to say in this tag. But if you or someone is struggling with a mental illness, seek the proper help. Just because I have these opinions, it comes from my personal experience regarding like me and what I went through with it. It doesn't mean that, you know, somebody else or you aren't really struggling. I just feel for me personally uh, about this. Trying to explain it without spoiling it. Okay. Yeah, it's going to get kind of personal about my own personal experience with being called crazy for things I've seen or believed, or actually being diagnosed with some things. And yeah, so we're going to get into it. Question number one. Have you ever been called crazy because you believe in things that normal, in quotation marks, normal people consider strange or weird? My answer is yes, many times, not only from peers growing up, not only from people um, in the comments, not only, just from people I've talked to in general, but also from doctors. uh, yeah, it sucks. Number two is, how did you feel about being called crazy? And well, I started to believe it. Um, all growing up, I saw spirits, I saw entities, I saw things that I realized at a young age a lot of other people were not seeing. Um, at the age of 3, I know you guys probably have heard this in other videos before, but I had a spirit friend, and it got so strange to my mom that she took me to a doctor to have me seen to, because I was talking to her, holding her hand, making my mom make food for her. Her name was Amy, and it really kind of scared her. Not that I blame her for that, but uh, it was just difficult. And then it got more intense the older I got. And I ended up at 14 having this very spiritual crisis, sick of all of it, the things I was seeing, feeling different, I guess, feeling weird. I didn't have much friends. I did have a couple good ones, but I just felt so out of place, and it got so stifling that I was seeing some dark things at that time, and it got so stifling that I got very depressed. I ended up talking to therapists about some of the things I was seeing, um, and I ended up being admitted and diagnosed with bipolar and psychosis. I was put on all kind of medications. Later, it turned into psychosis, schizo tendencies, just different things, and the meds kept coming, different cocktails, and all of them made me worse. Really made me loopy. It was living hell. I even started believing there was something wrong with me, that I really was crazy. Um, I had to really be certain with myself, and when I got off all the medications, I was able to function. I was able to, live. Uh, I have a pretty level head, regardless of all the things and experiences I talk about. Uh, I don't believe that I am those things I was diagnosed with. Uh, and especially after swapping stories with other people in our community, I'm so relieved to have found this community for that reason, because I am not the only one with these experiences. I'm not the only one that has these abilities, and I'm not insane. So yeah, it was tough, and it's something that kind of, it's the monkey on my back, and has been for a while. So number 3 is, if yes to number 1, what are those strange things? Seeing the dead, extraterrestrial or higher dimensional beings, um, dreams, like my astral dreams, when I do my workings with certain entities, whether it be demons, um, deities, abilities, things I see daily, almost like I can peek into another reality over our reality, is how it feels personally for me. And it sounds out there and far fetched to a lot of people, especially if they don't experience this. But through all of this, I've concluded that, reality is real reality, the world, truth, um, is stranger than fiction. And there are many things we don't understand in our world that are here. And a lot of us are living proof of that through our experiences. I've seen Fae. Um, I've had encounters with an incubus I talk about. Uh, Dream walking. A lot of people look at me if I tell them about these things and are going, what? I've even had people reach out that do believe in these things and have seen it, like with trouble in their house, and I go do a reading of their house to help them. Sorry, my voice is like really hoarse. And then when I tell them details of what I pick up in the house, because I can also, if I'm on a location somewhere, see past events that happen there. And I'll tell them certain details that are pretty, what would be considered strange or horrifying. Um, they'll look at me like, what? Like, no, like, and call me crazy. And I'm like, didn't, I mean, you asked. Okay, so number 4 is, do you know someone or close to someone with mental illness? Yes. Um, I mean, outside of myself, I've had a few friends. Um, Again, I didn't view them as crazy. Uh, I think humanity is more complex than what we know and understand. I still think psychology, is in its infant evolution. I don't think they have all the answers, and I definitely think our mental health system is broken and really needs more help for people. I think that uh, we're just complex beings, and I don't really agree with calling anybody crazy in that way. Mental illnesses. Yeah, I've known somebody once with schizophrenia. They weren't dangerous, to be around. They weren't the stereotypical, what you would think, like on TV or whatever. Not saying that that isn't out there, but um, I mean, we could go on forever on this topic of mental illness. I'm passionate about it and what my opinion on it. Do I think a lot of spiritual things are misdiagnosed as a mental illness? I definitely do. Do I think all mental illness is a spiritual thing misdiagnosed? No, I do not. Number 5 is, what is crazy to you? To me, crazy would be hurting myself or somebody else for no reason and unable to distinguish right from wrong. But in extreme ways, I mean. If you are unable to distinguish that murdering somebody is wrong, then you probably have something that needs help. So that would be what I would consider that to be. And that was the tag. Thank you, Carla, for creating this tag. It's a good topic. I think more people should be open and not be ashamed if they do have a mental illness. Don't be ashamed of your experiences if you are called crazy. You're beautiful. Beautiful, okay? Always be stern in your own right, your own convictions, man. Be certain in yourself and your experiences, because what is chaos to the fly is normal for the spider. Okay? If you have an experience and others don't, and they don't believe it, and they think you're crazy, does it make you crazy that you had that experience? No. No, it doesn't. Yeah, I'm in a silly mood today, guys. But, I mean, what's true for one person isn't true for the other. And this whole reality thing, anyway, there is no normal. We don't even perceive reality in the correct way, or the true way, or perceive the true reality. All right, before I ramble on forever, I love you guys. And if you feel like reading, check out my books, Finding Destiny, Bloodline Sagas, and Accepting Fate, Bloodline Sagas, on Amazon Unlimited. Yeah, if you have Unlimited, it's free. Go check it out. Let me know what you think, man. All right, much love, guys.